I was at the party when I heard a loud pop, and then this girl screamed and said, "Oh my God, you've been shot." I looked down at my side and saw the blood, and the next thing I noticed were the disco lights hanging above. From the hole in my side, I was steadily leaking, and I was holding the wound, but I wasn't really thinking. I said to myself, I don't believe this shit. I've been hit and I'm fading real quick. The crowd swarmed around me like a hive of bees, and then I saw someone drop to their knees in front of me. A voice said, "Stay calm, I'm here and I do care," then shouted to the crowd, "Move back, give them some air." There's no time for panic or hysterics. Somebody get a phone and call the paramedics. The voice leaned close and said, "Hold on, do whatever you do." Then I heard the paramedics yell, "Make a hole, let us through." They checked my pulse and then my blood pressure, and I thought to myself, at least this time I wasn't the aggressor. They hit me with adrenaline, put a mask on my face, told me to breathe, told me to stay right there. They stuck something in a hole and I said, "What the fuck?" Then the room started spinning. They turned my head and I threw up. When I tried to speak, nothing came out. Sweat broke across my forehead and everything went black. When I came back, there was a tube in my nose and one in my dick, and I already knew this shit was serious. A voice said, "I thought we lost you, but I guess not. Your heart stopped and we brought you back with an electric shock." I couldn't tell if the voice was a him or a her, because I was in shock and my vision was a blur. All this happened because I wanted to drink and dance, and then they lifted me onto a stretcher and rushed me to the ambulance. A soft voice leaned in and said, "I need you, Wham, and I love you too." Then I heard 2 long beeps and the medic said, "Code blue." Over the radio I heard with code 5, cardiac critical. What happened after that, I don't know, because I woke up in a hospital room, blinking fast, trying to remember who I was. A doctor asked, "Mr. Wham, what's the date, what's the year?" And I said, "I don't know the date, but the year's 2002. He nodded and said, "No brain damage, we thought we lost you." My head was clearing, but my body froze. A soft voice said, "You in a coma for 7 days." And I looked up and saw a pretty face holding my head. She said, "I love you, Wham, I've been here the whole time. If you would've died, I would've lost my mind." My stitches started itching as reality crept in, and I thought to myself, somebody tried to kill me over nothing. I said a silent prayer and counted my blessings, because life doesn't warn you before it starts teaching lessons. Then I said, "Baby, I could've sworn I had a pistol in a vest." And she looked at me, clicked the cuffs and said, "Sorry, you're under arrest." She said, "It's true, I love you and I won't lie, but I'm an undercover detective and my job comes first in my life." She said, "I'll be here when you get released, but your thugging has got to cease." That was the night I got shot and lived long enough to understand why.